Hello, I'm George Gerstenfeld. I'm the GM for our DocuSign's global real estate business, and we are sort of an honorary alumnus of the REACH program. So I think we technically predate REACH, but worked very closely with NAR from our early days, are part of the member benefits program, and happy to be a mentor and participant in working with these terrific companies that you guys are seeing today. So one of the interesting side benefits of my job is I actually get to work. I've got a lot of passion around the environment, and I actually get to work in a business where we're working on paperless transactions and we've driven 2.7 million transactions in the last year in real estate from DocuSign. That is all paperless through a large portion of the experience. That's the equivalent of saving 56 Central Parks worth of trees. So that's 12 billion sheets of paper. And so one of the things so people think of us as the e-signature company. We're really a digital transaction management company. We're really looking at ways to take this paper process and make it a paperless transaction. And so today we do that from the offer letter to the listing agreement, through most of the real estate transaction, through mortgage origination, but there's one really critical missing gap still in that process, and that process is the settlement experience. And the folks at Notary have really done a fabulous job, and they're going to talk to you about the product that they've developed. It's something that we met them about 6 months ago at the mid-year event. Rick, their CEO, is a tremendous entrepreneur and innovator. He's got 25 years of experience in the real estate industry, worked as an investment banker before that. Any good entrepreneur worth their salt has a few patents. Rick has 4 patents in his name for innovations that he's brought out into the marketplace. So Notary, he's going to tell you exactly what they do, but they have solved this last piece of the paperless transaction with online notary that gives you a live webcam image where you can talk to a live notary. It's legal in all 50 states. It's a drop-dead simple experience, and it's a type of company that we at DocuSign love to partner with because they really help drive this paperless transaction and make the entire real estate experience a much simpler, more seamless experience for realtors. So with that, I'd love to introduce Rick Triola and welcome him to the stage. Thank you.
Well, thanks, George. I really appreciate that. And what a privilege to be working with DocuSign. We follow, as a realtor, I follow them throughout their career, and it's exciting how they changed the industry and helped the efficiencies. And I'm Rick Triola. I'm president and founder of Notary. And so, like George mentioned, we provide the platform that allows for an online notarization to be completed anywhere in the world at any time. So you might be surprised to find that there is actually over 1 billion transactions that get notarized in the U.S. alone every single year. Again, I've been in the industry, so when I found this out, it was quite amazing to me. What was also amazing is that the average American takes about an hour to find a notary. Forget about driving to a notary and the time it takes there, but that's 1 billion hours of wasted time and wasted productivity that we're losing here in society, right? So, like George mentioned, we kind of cracked that code. Like DocuSign has done a great job. E-signatures has given us back some of that time, but it's also allowed us to do 99% of that transaction electronically and digitally over the internet. So we cracked the code around that last mile, like George mentioned, and allow for an e-closing. So your client, one of the things about that 1 billion transactions, if you think about it, the one common denominator is that everybody physically needs to be in front of that notary. We eliminated that friction, which now eliminates, so you can do and have an option to have your clients, send your clients to an e-closing. So how it works, it's very simple. So let's just take a consumer model, which is live today. People are actually, our notaries are working right now as we speak. So you upload a document into our system, you get onto our website, get started, upload a document into our system. And one of the biggest things that we do and what we've done, we've taken identity verification to a much higher level than just showing a driver's license and sitting down in front of a notary. Identity fraud is the #1 crime in America, so it's not going to be too far in the distant future where that's not going to hold up any longer, just showing up in front of a notary and showing us. You need 21st century tools to prove identity beyond the shadow of a doubt. So here's what we do. So the first time you come in after you upload the documents, is we aggregate 30 billion records, personal records that the system knows about us individually. And you've probably seen it through credit reports, et cetera, et cetera. So the system knows what your phone number was 10 years ago, what address you lived at 15 years ago or 5 years ago, what's your mortgage payment, what color car you drive in college. So it's known as out-of-wallet questions. So if I found somebody's wallet, I might have enough information to commit fraud, but I won't know these questions. So what happens is once you answer these questions correctly, then you move into our lobby. And just like Uber, what happens is the notaries on the other side now know that Rick's in the lobby. They click on a link, they open up the ceremony. And let's see. And so the ceremony gets opened up, and now what's happening, as mandated by law, it's just like we've changed the definition of a face-to-face definition. You're actually now looking at our notary, and our notary must look at you. So it's mandated that all parties must appear. And this was done to address robo-signing. If anybody read, it collapsed the economy, anybody read those depositions, notary seals were left on tables. And anybody who needed a document notarized at any time grabbed the notary and just signed it. In a deposition, the judge says, this is your signature, this is your notary seal. Did you do this? And they said, no, I didn't. How do you know you weren't there? I said, I was in Hawaii at the time. And how was your seal left on this table? It says, management told me to do that, right? That's no longer going to work. So this is where 21st century tools are helping society as a whole to stop fraud before it happens, okay? What are we doing here? Sorry about that. Okay, so the question most people have, is this legal? And it is legal everywhere. We've been in business for over 2 years. We've done tens of thousands of transactions. We've done transactions in all 50 states and over 60 countries today. Obviously, we're an on-demand society, so our notary is available anytime, anywhere, on any device. Our iOS app, native iOS app is right in beta, final beta right now, and should be released here shortly, and we'll make that announcement. So as you heard from the prior presentations, the market's changing rapidly, and it's become an on-demand society, especially if you're working with millennials. Most millennials don't even go to a bank. They're not going to want to go to a closing. So you've got to be able to adapt to meet that need. And what 74% of the realtors told us in our recent survey is they want to partner with companies that offer this convenience to their clients and just an option to close when they want and how they want to do that. So our customers actually, we get testimonials almost every single day. Your customers will absolutely love this service. They'll love you for making a referral and a recommendation. It's just one of those things that just makes so much sense. And you were on our 2.0 version, so the entire ceremony actually takes less than 5 minutes. We're so happy to be part of the REACH program, especially as a realtor. It was an honor and a privilege to be accepted into this program, but it goes way beyond that. The relationships and the people and the mentors that we met, I mean, what a privilege to work with DocuSign, for example, and Budge and everybody else that we've met through this process. And the nice thing about it is our business has doubled over the last 7 months because of a direct result of what REACH has done for us. So we're really excited and pretty humbled to be part of this program. Along the way, we were able to get some awards and some recognition. We've got partners now inside and outside of the real estate profession. We signed the state of Michigan recently, which is pretty neat to do their identity proofing process. And we're especially privileged to be one of the finalists at Realogy's Forward program over this summer. So we appreciate the opportunity to be here with you all today, and I know what this means for all of you to be learning about all the new innovations. So come by and say hello. We have a live demo in a loop, and we'll show you how that works, and we'll show you how to win a Fitbit and get in shape for the holidays. Okay. Well, thanks very much. Appreciate it.